Hi, welcome to Hallies Creations. I'm Hallie. We're going to jump right in to the project. Here we're doing the board. And this is a porch board that we are going to create with the Mod Podge napkins and the wreath forms that we picked up from the Dollar Tree for $1.25. Now this wreath form you'll see on another share. This particular video is to show you how to do the board itself. So here we're going to just use the white acrylic paint. You can spray paint it or you can roll it on, whatever works for you. And I'm painting it white because I'm going to add some color to this. What's fun is that I picked up this paint roller. You can get them at the Dollar Tree every now and then for $1.25. The 98-cent store carries them as well. So you don't have to go out and buy the expensive ones. And I usually pick about 5 or 6 of them up because then I just throw them away. So here we're showing you down on the bottom the different shares that I have created off of this particular one. So we have the board here, and then there's 2 wreaths that I have made as well. So this video is going to show you how to do the board as well as the material that I use on the wreath. And then it'll have the connection to, it'll loop you to the other 2 wreaths. So here we painted the board white. Then I took some spray paint, hit it real quick with the color I wanted. You can do this in any color you want, any style you want. And check this out. This is so cool. I just discovered this. You take a piece of tape and it will pull your napkin apart for you. Is that not cool? Oh my goodness, that was game changer. So anyway, that is what we're doing here. We're taking the napkin down to the single layer. For when we apply it with the Mod Podge to the board, it'll be nice and smooth and even. I'm also adding water to thin out my Mod Podge because I live in the desert and my Mod Podge got thick. So if your Mod Podge thickens up, you just add water to it. It's fine. And I actually use water on my Mod Podge to thin it out anyway. So yeah, so there's that. So here we're just going to add the Mod Podge to the lettering, nice and smooth, and then we're going to add the napkin to it. You can use this technique on so many different things as well within your home and stuff. And there'll be other shares that I'm going to do with the Mod Podge and such. So down at the bottom here again, you'll see different things that I have created on my video playlist on my channel. I don't just do crafts, I do artistic shares as well as jewelry and such. So go on to Hallies Creations, check it out. There's all kinds of fun stuff on there, and I've created the playlists to make it easier for you to pick and choose what you want to watch. There's over 400 videos. There used to be 500. Some of you may be going on there, but Hallie, you used to have 5. I went through and I thinned some out. Out with the old, in with the new. But anyway, I did. I went through it. I cleaned up my channel a little bit. But there's over 400 between my shorts and the videos that you can go through and kind of get a taste and a feel for different projects that we do. One of the upcoming shares that I will be doing soon here will be the glass painting shares, because those are so much fun. And you can do those for Christmas gifts. I'll show you how to melt down the soy wax, add a little vanilla or peppermint to give it that flavor that's non-toxic, because I am so allergic to the oils and stuff and perfumes. So I actually make my own candles, and I use the glasses to do that. And then when the candle burns down, you have this beautiful glass that is still good. So it's a great little gift, and it's very inexpensive. You can pick up your glasses from the Dollar Tree or out yard selling, or even just pick them at Wally's World or whatever. So it is one of those things where it's kind of fun and it's easy peasy. Hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button if you enjoy what you're watching. If you're watching on Facebook, like and follow. If you're on YouTube, subscribe and hit that notify. If you hit the notify, you'll be notified when new shares come up. Here we're just applying, then we're gonna squirrel. We're gonna go back to what we're doing now. We are applying the Mod Podge thin and evenly with the sponge. We're using the water just to kind of give it, to make the napkin more pliable and sticky and smooth it out. And we're going to do that on all the lettering. Don't get too messy where it's overflowing onto the wood itself. You want to keep it just on the letters. You could pick these boards up. I picked these up last year at Michael's when they blew them out after the holidays for about 80 or 90% off. One of the things I share is get your products and supplies after the holidays and you'll save a lot of money, and just stock up for the next year. That's how I do it. At this time, my channel is not monetized. I have to build, the watch hours and the views and the subscribers and yada yada. But everything's out of pocket for me. So I'm very frugal, cheap, but frugal about how I get my supplies and materials. Another great place to get your supplies is yard sales. You can pick up your old frames to do the jewelry frames. Yard sale. A lot of the glass I use, yard sale. And you get to meet your neighbors. You get to meet the community. You go out there and you kind of interact with the community out there. So that's kind of fun. So here what we're going to do, getting back to the project, we're going to take a blade and cut it all out. Another thing you can do, depending on the style and the technique you want to use, when you're doing the Mod Podge and it's dry, you can light that off. It'll flame off, and then you just brush it off, and it gives that really raw, rustic look. But here I wanted a smooth, clean look. And here's my little reminder, be careful when you're using the blade. We don't want anyone cutting their fingers off. Be very careful. It's not a toy, it's a tool. And if you're under 18 or you just need that adult supervision, get an adult to help you with it. Please don't do this if I don't want you getting hurt. I really don't. So here we're just going to thin this out. We're going to trim it, and yeah. Another thing too you're going to see when I'm doing this share is I'm using a spray bottle. That makes things a little bit more pliable as they dry up. Out here in the desert, my studio is out in the garage. It's a 3rd-car garage converted into a studio, which I absolutely love. But it does get hot out there sometimes, so my things dry up as I'm working on it. So if you see me using a spray bottle, I'm just giving it life. I'm bringing it back to life. So making it more pliable. So just trim this all up, and I'll be back. So here you can see it done. The lettering's on now. It looks really pretty. And I'm going to show you how to seal that up as well, because you don't want to put that out raw like that on the patio. So here we're taking the Mod Podge, going back over your lettering again after it dries, just to give it that seal. And then you don't have to do this, but I did, and you're going to see where I'm spraying it with a clear lacquer. I did that because, again, I live in the desert. Everything takes a beating out here. But it just seals all that up. And we're going to add some beadwork to this and a little bit more color. So I'll be back to talk to you about that. So now you see where I just sprayed it with the sealant, and it's just a clear lacquer. It's nothing special. Most of these items you can buy at any hobby store, Amazon, Wally's World, which is Walmart. Michael's even has this, a lot of different places, so it's easy enough to do. Another thing, I was actually going to use my airbrush gun on this, but I had clogged it up, so I just used the spray can instead. So if you have an airbrush gun, you can totally do it with your airbrush gun, and it would give it smooth. So here we're going to add the little hook. Yeah, that way you can change out your wreath. You're not stuck with one wreath. So as you make the mini wreaths, you can have different wreaths for different seasons. You can make this board any way you want, so you make it your style. And here's the little wreath that I made you go on it. I just wanted something fun and foo-foo and Hallie-ish. This is kind of, I'm a girl, and this one I made for me, but I wanted to share it with you. I haven't put it outside because it will die outside, but that's the wreath tutorial to show you how to do that wreath. And that's just where it's at there. Ta-da! So now we're going to get on to working on the board a little bit more. We're going to bling it out a little bit, put some really pretty pearls on it. Another thing, but wait, there's more. This would be really pretty for a bridal shower, birthday announcement. If you're having home fellowships at home, you can have one that says welcome or home fellowship or a wedding. So it's not just a porch board that you can use on your porch. You can create one of these for pretty much anything you want to do. And on the wreath, if you wanted to put like the couple's picture in there, the individuals getting married with the little wreath around it, it'd be so cool. And the bridal colors. So there's just endless possibilities of what you can do. And another thing, see, there's the pearls I'm talking about. We're going to put those on with Mod Podge. You can, on the other side of the board, you can make two boards in one where you just spin it. So you can have winter, spring, summer, fall within two boards, and you can have the different wreaths. So here what we're going to, well, you can. But here what we're going to do is randomly place the pearls around very lightly and sporadically because I didn't want it really globby. And I used the pearls to cover up the boo-boos. So if you have a little boo-boo here and there, just cover it up with a pearl and then Mod Podge it down. And then after I put the pearls on, I'm going to seal it. That way the pearls are protected too from the weather. You always need to think about, if you're going to put it outside, how's it going to weather? How's it going to hold up to the weather? So that's what we're doing here. And don't forget to hit your subscribe and notify if you want to be notified when new shares come up. And again, a reminder, if you've stuck in this long, if you hung in this long, there's 2 more shares that are going to come off, 2 more videos off of this video, which will be showing you how to do the 2 wreaths that I made. The first one, the white one, is a twist and flip, and I kind of oops, and I didn't record the twist and flip part, so I did another wreath to show you that technique, the twist and flip. What is she talking about? You'll see. I wanted the wreath to be different. Here on the Mod Podge, you can use the matte or the glossy. It doesn't really matter. And here's the board done. Isn't that cool? I absolutely love this board. Not because I made it, but because it's soft and it's feminine, and I just love it. Here's the other wreath I was telling you about. So you can make different wreaths. And I made the wreaths different because I wanted to show you something different. This is just ribbon. There's no flowers glued to it or anything. It's just the ribbon itself is what makes the wreath. So there you go. Now coming up next is a little add-on to show you how I did the Mod Podge to get the fabric. Because if you notice on the wreath, it's the same fabric that's on the lettering. But wait, that was a napkin. So what do? So I took white fabric, Mod Podged it, see here, laid the thin napkin out on it, Mod Podged it, put it to dry, and then I was able to cut it and use it for the fabric for the wreath. So cool and so easy to do. So this is what we're doing here. Here we go, just laying it down, smoothing it out. One of the things I noticed when it was drying, and you're going to see me doing this, and again, I share, it's hot out here, so things dry really fast. And I want to make sure there's no bubbles, and I didn't want it tearing. I wet it, smooth it, Mod Podge it, and then that way it dried nice and smooth, and it really stuck to the fabric. And I put a second layer of Mod Podge on it. Now another thing you can do too as well, you can use the outdoor Mod Podge or the fabric Mod Podge. Mod Podge has so many different formulas. So if you have that, it's actually good. And this technique can also be used like if you want to cover up a pair of sneakers and bling them out or whatever. It's the endless possibilities. But if you're doing sneakers or tennis shoes or something like that, a canvas shoe, use the fabric Mod Podge. And just know if you wash your shoes, you're not going to be washing those ones. I would not think they would last, although I will be doing a test on that, but right now I have not done that yet. And I do have the fabric Mod Podge, and I do plan on doing a sneaker share coming up in the future. So if you're interested in that, make sure you hit the subscribe and notify so you don't miss out on that share, because I do have everything ready to go. I'm going to spend a little time with my grandchildren. They're here for the summer. Yay! And then I'll be getting back into the studio and making neat stuff for you. So there you go. Here's what I was talking about. I just hung it to let it dry, sprayed it, smoothed it out a little bit more. Golden. So until next time, I want to tell you thank you for jumping into Hallies Creations. I really appreciate sharing time with you in these creative shares. If there's something that you're interested to learn how to make, you never know, because I kind of do it all because I'm playing. I'm retired and I'm playing, and I'm sharing the process with you. I'm an artist as well as a crafter and a DIYer. There's just all kinds of stuff we've got going on. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure you subscribe and hit that notify, like and follow. And until next time, may the Lord bless you and keep you. As my dad say, I would say have a good day and a better tomorrow. To my grands, peace out. Bye.